Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving into a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. A coin that, on the surface, looks ordinary, but to the trained eye, it holds incredible value. We're talking about the United States of America Delaware State Quarter from the year 1999. And let me tell you, this isn't just another coin in your pocket change. This one might just be hiding in your collection, waiting to change your life. So sit back, relax, and pay close attention, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why some versions of this coin have fetched a jaw-dropping amount of money, and how to spot the rare ones. Let's begin our journey with a bit of background. The Delaware State Quarter was the very first coin released in the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a program that ran from 1999 to 2008 and became one of the most beloved coin series ever issued in American history. Kicking things off in January of 1999, the Delaware Quarter honored the first state, the first colony to ratify the U.S. Constitution in 1787. The coin features a bold and elegant design of Caesar Rodney on horseback, commemorating his historic 70-mile ride to cast Delaware's vote for independence. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While millions of these quarters were minted, over 700 million, in fact, not all were created equal. Most Delaware quarters are worth just 25 cents, and that's where many people stop looking. But collectors know better. They know that hidden among the common coins are rare gems. Coins with minting errors, unusual finishes, or unique conditions that make them exceptionally valuable. Let's talk about what makes a Delaware quarter rare. First up, mint errors. This is where things get exciting. Some 1999 Delaware quarters were struck with a critical error known as a spitting horse error. This happens when there's a die crack near the horse's mouth, making it appear as though the horse is spitting. It might sound strange, but in the world of coin collecting, small errors like this make a huge difference. These spitting horse error coins are in high demand, and depending on the condition, they can be worth several $100s or more, but it doesn't stop there. There are also Delaware quarters with off-center strikes, double dies, die clashes, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. Each of these rare errors increases the value significantly. Imagine a coin that left the mint slightly off-register, or with doubled letters or images, or struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination altogether. These aren't flaws. They're rare, one-in-a-million pieces that collectors absolutely love. Then there's the matter of condition. Most coins enter circulation and get scratched, worn, or damaged within weeks. But a Delaware quarter that has been preserved in mint condition, what collectors call MS-67 or MS-68 grade, can be worth a small fortune on its own. Add a rare mint error to that, and you've got something truly extraordinary. Now imagine owning a 1999 Delaware quarter that's not only in perfect condition, but also has a verified minting error. That's the kind of coin that serious collectors dream about. These coins are more than just metal. They're snapshots of history, each one telling a unique story. They represent moments when machinery hiccuped, or something unexpected happened at the mint, and a one-of-a-kind collectible was born. Many coin enthusiasts scour flea markets, estate sales, and even their own change jars in hopes of finding one of these elusive Delaware quarters. Why? Because of what one such coin sold for. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. One incredibly rare Delaware State Quarter from 1999, featuring a highly sought-after mint error in pristine condition, was sold at auction for a breathtaking $81,000. That's right, just one quarter, 25 cents in face value, turned into $81,000 for a lucky collector. Here's the big takeaway. Never overlook the coins you handle every day. Check your pocket change, dig through your old coin jar, and inspect those state quarters closely. You could be holding a fortune and not even know it. Top 2, we're diving into one of the most talked about state quarters ever minted by the United States. One that looks completely ordinary at first glance, but has a secret that could turn it into an absolute goldmine. We're talking about the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. That's right. The Cheese State's own commemorative coin might just be hiding a rare twist. And for some lucky collectors, it has turned pocket change into a life-changing discovery. Stay tuned, because this video is more than just a look at another quarter. It's a thrilling story of mystery, mint errors, and money. And at the end, we'll reveal how one version of this coin was sold for an astonishing amount of money. An amount that might surprise you. Let's begin our story with a little background. In 2004, as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, Wisconsin was honored with its own quarter design. The reverse side of the coin proudly features the image of a dairy cow, a round of cheese, and a corn stalk, symbolizing Wisconsin's deep roots in agriculture and its title as America's Dairyland. At first glance, this design seems straightforward and charming, a simple tribute to the state's economy and culture. But here's where things get interesting. Not long after these coins were released into circulation, collectors began noticing something strange. On some of the coins, there was a tiny but shocking difference in the corn stalk. Specifically, an extra leaf. That's right. Some 2004 Wisconsin quarters feature what's now famously known as the extra leaf error. And here's the kicker. There are actually two different varieties of this error. One is known as the extra leaf low, where the extra leaf extends downward. The other is called the extra leaf high, where the leaf points up and seems to grow higher on the stalk. Now, these variations aren't part of the intended design. They're the result of die gouges, small marks, or damage on the die used to strike the coins. Somehow, during the minting process, these gouges created an extra leaf that appears almost sculpted into the corn. Whether it was a simple mistake or something more mysterious, like a rogue mint worker adding a secret flourish, no one knows for sure. But what we do know is this: these coins are rare, and they are valuable. While hundreds of millions of Wisconsin quarters were minted overall, only a tiny number have been confirmed to contain either the extra leaf high or extra leaf low errors. That's what makes them so incredibly special. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. Combine that with the popularity of the State Quarter series, and you've got a perfect storm for collector demand. And collectors aren't just hunting these coins. They're willing to pay top dollar for them. It's also important to understand that condition matters. A circulated coin with one of these errors might fetch a few $100s, maybe even a couple thousand, depending on the variety. But a coin with one of these rare errors in mint state condition, that is, perfectly preserved, uncirculated, with crisp detail and beautiful luster, can skyrocket in value. These are the kinds of coins that auction houses love. These are the coins that get passed around coin shows with wide eyes and shaking hands. These are the coins that remind us all that hidden treasures still exist in our everyday change. Now imagine this. You find one of these error quarters in your own collection, untouched, clean, and gleaming. Maybe you picked it up years ago. Maybe it's been sitting in a drawer. Or maybe, just maybe, it's still out there, waiting in a roll of quarters from the bank or quietly resting in someone's tip jar. This coin isn't just metal. It's a conversation piece. It's a mystery. It's a jackpot hiding in plain sight. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, one rare 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter, featuring the extra leaf error and preserved in nearly perfect mint condition, was sold for an incredible $79,000. Yes, you heard that right. $79,000 for a single quarter that someone may have once used to buy a candy bar or feed a parking meter. This just goes to show, never underestimate the power of a coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, there's always a chance that the next coin you find could be something truly extraordinary. If you've got a few state quarters lying around, especially from 2004, now is the time to take a closer look. Get out your magnifying glass, check those corn stalks, and see if you've struck gold, or in this case, a little extra leaf. Top 3, we're taking a close look at one of the most eye-catching and potentially valuable quarters in the entire U.S. State Quarter series, the 2004 Florida State Quarter. It's a coin that doesn't just tell a story about Florida. It tells a story about adventure, mystery, and hidden value that's left collectors buzzing for years. So sit tight, watch closely, and make sure you don't miss a single detail, because this coin could be worth far more than 25 cents, and maybe, just maybe, it's already in your collection. Let's begin with the story behind the coin itself. The 2004 Florida State Quarter was released as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program. a program that ran from 1999 to 2008 and brought new excitement to American coin collecting. Florida was the 27th coin released in the series, and its design couldn't be more fitting. On the reverse, you'll see a Spanish galleon sailing through the waves, a space shuttle launching into the sky, and the outline of the state itself in the background. This combination beautifully captures Florida's identity, from its rich maritime history and early exploration by Spanish ships to its modern reputation as the gateway to space exploration. It's a coin that celebrates discovery, innovation, and the spirit of adventure, all packed into just one quarter. But what makes the Florida State Quarter from 2004 so valuable isn't just its story. It's what happened during the minting process. Most Florida quarters are worth face value. They were mass-produced, with over 481 million coins struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But like all great treasure stories, there are exceptions, coins that were born different. Coins that came off the press with subtle, almost invisible mistakes. The kind of mistakes that transform a regular coin into a collector's dream. These are known as mint errors, and in the case of the Florida Quarter, certain rare versions have surfaced with highly unusual and valuable variations. Among the most sought after are off-center strikes, where the design is not aligned properly and appears shifted. This kind of error happens when the coin blank isn't perfectly centered when the die comes down. The result is a quarter with part of the design missing or off the edge, something that makes collectors go wild. Then there are the double die errors, where parts of the coin's lettering or imagery appear to be shadowed or duplicated. This happens when the die imprints the image more than once in a slightly different position. These errors are extremely popular among collectors, and when found on a coin in good condition, can send its value soaring. Another exciting variation found in some rare 2004 Florida quarters includes clash dies. That's when the two dies that strike the coin hit each other without a coin blank in between, leaving ghost-like impressions of the opposing die on the coin. These visual oddities are like fingerprints from the mint itself, and they're incredibly desirable to advanced collectors. And then there's condition. Even with no visible errors, a Florida State Quarter that has been preserved in perfect mint state condition, we're talking grades like MS, 67, or higher, can fetch serious interest. When you combine pristine condition with a rare minting error, you're looking at a coin that could go from pocket change to museum-worthy. Collectors and investors alike are constantly hunting for these high-value Florida quarters. You'll see them being analyzed under microscopes, examined at coin shows, and sold in rare coin auctions. These aren't just tokens of currency. They are slices of history, frozen in time, with the power to change someone's financial future in a heartbeat. Oh, what does all this mean for you? Well, it means that the next time you're sorting through your change or flipping through an old coin album, that Florida quarter you overlooked might be something truly special. It might carry an error you never noticed before. It might be in better condition than you realized. It might be the one dot and now, the moment you've been waiting for. One of these extremely rare 2004 Florida State quarters, featuring a mint error and preserved in exceptional condition, was sold to an eager collector for an unbelievable $77,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $77,000. For a single quarter. Oh, what are you waiting for? Check your pockets, go through your old coin rolls, and look at every detail. That rare Florida State Quarter could be sitting in your hand right now, waiting to be discovered. Top 4, we're heading down south to the Lone Star State for a story that will leave you looking at your quarters with a whole new level of excitement. Now, what if I told you that a simple coin from 2004, just 25 cents in face value, could secretly be worth tens of thousands of dollars? That's not just a collector's fantasy, it's real. And that quarter is none other than the United States Texas State Quarter. So settle in, turn up the volume, and keep your eyes peeled. Because we're about to dive into the wild world of one of America's most iconic state quarters, where history, errors, and pure luck come together to create a coin that could change your life. Let's start with the basics. But trust me, this is no ordinary coin. In 2004, the U.S. Mint released the Texas State Quarter as part of its beloved 50 State Quarters program. This series celebrated each state's unique heritage, and Texas, of course, came out bold and proud, just like everything in Texas tends to be. The reverse of the coin features a large, unmistakable outline of the state of Texas, overlaid with a lone star and a lariat-style rope circling the design, symbols of Texas's frontier history, independence, and deep-rooted identity as the Lone Star State. The imagery is clean, striking, and deeply meaningful to anyone with a love for American history and Western culture. But this isn't just about what the coin looks like. It's about what lies beneath the surface, the hidden errors, the subtle flaws, the rare mistakes that transform this coin into something extraordinary. Let's talk about the errors. Because this is where the real treasure begins. Some 2004 Texas quarters were struck with rare minting errors that make them worth far more than their face value. One of the most coveted errors is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted to one side. The more off-center it is, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. Then there are double die errors, where parts of the coin's design, like the words Texas, e pluribus unum, or even the star, appear doubled or slightly shadowed. This happens when the die used to strike the coin hits more than once in a misaligned way, leaving behind a ghostly image that collectors love. You might also come across die cracks, clash dies, or coins with planchet issues, like being struck on the wrong metal or with incomplete edges. These are the types of errors that send coin collectors into a frenzy because they represent rare, one-of-a-kind mishaps straight from the mint. But the magic doesn't stop with just the error. It's also about condition. A Texas quarter with one of these rare errors is exciting, but if it's also in near-perfect condition, with no wear, no scratches, and full mint luster, then you've got something truly special on your hands. Coins graded MS 67, MS 68, or even higher are extremely rare, especially with a known error. And those are the coins that bring in serious money at auctions. Now here's something every collector needs to hear. Even though over 465 million Texas quarters were minted, the vast majority are just average, circulated coins. But a tiny fraction, less than a sliver of a percent, carry these valuable mint errors. And finding one is like uncovering a hidden gem in plain sight. Think about it. How many people have handled Texas quarters without knowing what they were holding? How many of these rare errors are sitting in drawers, piggy banks, or change jars, completely unnoticed? This is why coin collecting is so exciting. It's the thrill of the hunt. The possibility that your everyday change holds a secret, that among the common, the rare waits to be discovered. And for one lucky collector, that discovery was nothing short of life-changing. Because now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. One extremely rare 2004 Texas state quarter, featuring a significant mint error and preserved in stunning condition, was sold to a passionate collector for an incredible $75,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $75,000 for a single quarter. The next time you get change at the grocery store or dig into your coin jar, don't rush past that Texas quarter. Take a moment. Look closely. You might just be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Top 5. We're heading to the heartland of America to talk about a coin that's as beautiful as it is potentially valuable. The 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter. Now, you might think this is just another state quarter from the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, but don't be fooled by its common appearance. Because for some collectors, this coin has turned out to be worth hundreds, and even thousands, of dollars. Grab your coin jar, sit back, and listen closely. You might have one of these little treasures sitting quietly in your collection right now. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why some of these Oklahoma quarters have become sought-after gems in the world of coin collecting. Let's start with the basics. The Oklahoma State Quarter was released in 2008 as the 46th coin in the 50 state quarters program, commemorating Oklahoma's admission to the Union in 1907. The design on the reverse is absolutely stunning. It features the scissor-tailed flycatcher, the state bird of Oklahoma, soaring gracefully across the coin, surrounded by delicate wildflowers. It's easily one of the most detailed and visually striking designs in the entire series. The flowing movement of the bird's tail feathers and the elegant layout of the wildflowers make this quarter a standout even at first glance. But as we all know, in the world of coins, it's not just about design, it's about details. And hidden in some of these Oklahoma quarters are rare errors and unique features that can transform this humble 25-cent piece into something truly valuable. Now let's talk about what makes these coins special. First, There are minting errors, and these are the golden tickets for collectors. One of the most fascinating types of errors seen on some Oklahoma quarters includes off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is misaligned because the coin wasn't properly positioned during minting. Depending on how far off-center it is, this kind of error can significantly increase the coin's value. Next up, we have double die errors, a collector favorite. This happens when the die used to strike the coin leaves a doubled image, often noticeable in the lettering or fine details like the feathers of the bird or the petals of the flowers. These kinds of errors are subtle, but once you know what to look for, they can be incredibly rewarding to spot. Then there are planchet errors, like coins struck on the wrong type of metal, or those with partial edges or clipped planchets. Each of these variations is a rare mistake that makes a coin truly one of a kind, and that's exactly what collectors are always hunting for. Now, let's not forget the role of condition. Even a regular Oklahoma quarter with no obvious errors can be valuable if it's in mint state condition. Coins graded MS 66, MS 67, or higher, those that have never been circulated, handled, or damaged, can command impressive prices on the collector market. Combine high-grade condition with a rare mint error, and now you're talking about a coin that turns heads at any auction or coin show. But here's something you might not expect. Some of the most valuable Oklahoma quarters weren't found in high-end coin shops or ancient collections. They were found in ordinary places. Change from a gas station, rolled coins from a bank, even tucked away in old coffee cans and forgotten jars. That's what makes this hobby so exciting. Anyone, anywhere, at any time can strike it rich with nothing more than a keen eye and a little bit of luck. Now imagine this. You're sorting through a pile of spare change, and there it is, an Oklahoma quarter. At first, it looks like all the others. But something catches your eye. A slight doubling in the lettering. A feather on the bird that doesn't look quite right. Or maybe the entire design is just a little off-center. You examine it closer. Your heart starts racing. Could this be one of the rare ones? Because yes, it could. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. One extremely rare 2008 Oklahoma State quarter, featuring a minting error and graded in near-perfect condition, was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $7,000. That's right, $7,000. For a quarter.so, the next time you're handed change or cleaning out an old drawer, don't overlook those quarters, especially the ones from 2008. That beautifully detailed coin with the scissor-tailed flycatcher might just be more than a tribute to Oklahoma's beauty. It could be a hidden treasure.